Hi, welcome to today's video. So in this video, I'm going to discuss what is mass extinction and what is the sixth mass extinction that is scientists are saying is currently underway. So I'm sure most of you have heard the word extinction, and some of you must have also heard mass extinction. But then what is the sixth mass extinction? So an extinction, scientists call an extinction is a very short period of geological time scale. Now a short period in geological time scale is a huge time in that sense, which I will talk in a bit. But an extinction is disappearing of a species. It can be any given species that include fungi, algae, fish, amphibians, and so on, or even including human beings and even dinosaurs in that sense. So an extinction event is an event where massive disappearance of a particular species within a particular point in time. Of course, the reasons of this disappearance could be natural, or it could also be specific species influenced. To understand this a little bit in detail, it's very important that we have an idea about the geological timescales. So here in this picture, you see geological timescales very briefly. So you see the appearance of life. Of course, we have an idea about the Big Bang, and then here it is marked as the beginning of initial life forms on Earth. And then you also see the most recent species, Homo sapiens sapien, or the wise human, appearing much later. And you also see different life forms that emerged in between, and some of them have also disappeared, as you know. So you see here era, period, and epoch as three different categories of broader or the larger geological timescale. Broader sense about these sixth extinctions here, I have taken this from the National Geographic, basically. And you see here these six extinctions periodically marked. So you see the first extinction happening somewhere around 440 million years ago, where the scientists theorized that there were two main phases to this extinction: a glaciation event and a heating event. Abundant plant life removed carbon dioxide, which is CO2, of course, that we are still dealing with as far as climate change is concerned, from the air, causing global cooling and global cooling. And glacier formation. Now, this led to drop in the sea levels, reducing habitat massively. Later came global warming and sea level rise again. So you have a sense that even the first extinction was caused by global warming partly. Now, creatures that had adapted to the cooler climate were unable to survive and increased temperatures, since most fauna which was evolved during that time was marine. 86% of the life forms was lost. Now, coming to the second extinction event, where around 75% of the all life forms died off during this period. Now, one theory suggests that the land plants developed deep roots, releasing an abundance of nutrients into the oceans that fed algae. Because of this, algae blooms consumed vast amounts of oxygen in the oceans, suffocating many species. Now, another theory suggests that another global cooling took place, resulting in glaciation and a fall in sea level, leading to habitat loss. Now, the third extinction event was somewhere around 252 million years ago, where the Permian Triassic was the deadliest extinction, which was considered as where 96% of the all life forms perished. Now, scientists believe that the volcanic activity in Siberia put massive amount of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, where the bacteria that thrive on CO2 began producing methane, another greenhouse gas. Now, large quantities of both gases warmed the planet and combined with Earth's water, making the ocean rain acidic, creating a highly toxic environment for life. Now, coming to the fourth extinction, now some scientists, of course, theorize that the volcanic eruption spewed tons of the CO2 into the atmosphere, which trapped heat and acidified the oceans, causing this mass extinction. Now, others A section of other scientists contended that an asteroid or comet impact triggered the extinction. About 80% of the life was lost in this extinction, including most of the mammals, making way for the dinosaurs ancestors. Now, the five or the most recent extinction was, of course, most of us have a sense about. Now, this extinction is known as the Cretaceous Plangon extinction, which wiped out dinosaurs along with 60 to 76% of all life on Earth. Now, the widely accepted theory is that an asteroid landed in this particular peninsula in Mexico and killed dinosaurs. Now, the impact would have been ejected enormous amount of debris into the atmosphere, causing global temperatures to drop. The impact may have been caused local fires, earthquakes, tsunamis, and acid rains. I'm sure you have seen some of the film depictions of this in the movies predominantly. Now, of course, the ongoing debated current extinction, which is also known as the sixth extinction, is of course being debated. Now, the current extinction rate is at least 1,000 times greater than the normal extinction rate. A normal or background extinction rate is the average rate of extinction based on the longevity of species through time without human influence, determined by the fossil record. Now, the scientists believe that the human impact on the environment is leading cause for extinctions today. Now, most significantly, what is important about the so-called sixth extinction is that nowhere in the history of life there has been a single species caused this much of disappearance of species in the planet, and sadly that is being caused by the human impact on the environment and the ecosystems. Talking about sixth extinction in particular, this is quite a popular book written by Elizabeth Colbert, titled as The Sixth Extinction: An Unnatural Story. Now, this is a fascinating book. For those of you who haven't read this, I would highly recommend to have a close look at this book, which is of course, very terrible to read since the facts presented are not that great. So, in that sense, this is really an impactful book for those of you who are interested. So, what Elizabeth Colbert does in this book, that she draws on the work of scores of researchers in half a dozen disciplines, accompanying many of them into fields where they conduct research, such as geologists who study deep ocean core, botanists who follow the tree line as it climbs up the Andes, marine biologists who dive off the Great Barrier Reef. Now, she introduces us to a dozens of species, out of which some of them have already disappeared. Others are facing extinction, including the Panamanian golden frog, staghorn, coral, the great auk, and the Sumatran rhino. Now, through these stories, what Colbert does is that she provides a moving account of the disappearance occurring all around us and traces the evolution of extinction as a concept from its first articulation by Georges Cuvier. So, what is important for us, or what is very significant for us to understand, that sadly and terrifyingly, that the sixth extinction is very well underway, and there is enough scientific evidence to consider this. And what we immediately need to do is that, of course, to stop this. And what we need to do is that massively, significantly, and immediately reduce the impact of human footprint on the habitats of thousands of other species with whom we share this planet.